Hi, this is Kevin from Let Me Tech You, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over what infrastructure as code is. Now, you're probably in the IT field, and you've probably been hearing a lot about DevOps and ways to automate processes that used to be manual. And with that comes a new job description that you've heard, as I just mentioned, called DevOps. Now, you hear a lot of it probably in maybe some networking, system administration as well too. And with that, there's coming this new paradigm shift of removing the manual processes of yesterday to automate and versionize a lot of your processes to keep a more consistent state. So I want to talk a little bit about what this has done to the IT field and how it's going to continue to grow. So one thing I'm going to talk about in these next couple of videos is Terraform and how to use that to automate some of the different processes that you're going to be working with. So with that being said, I kind of want to talk a little bit more about infrastructure as code and what that means to you. So what is infrastructure as code? So it's not specifically knowing how to code or do something specific. If we go to Google here and let's type in what is infrastructure as code, and let's just look at this definition here. So as you can see, it says infrastructure as code is the managing and provisioning of infrastructure through code instead of through manual processes. So what does that mean? We want to get away from having to go inside of a GUI, click a bunch of buttons, and then have something work. Because then let's say you leave the company or something happens and you don't remember those steps. You have to then, rely on, what the person before you did, things like that. So when you remove those manual processes, you decrease the likelihood that you make mistakes too. So that's another reason why there's a big shift in that. And then also, just documentation, creating better environments. So, usually if you're working within different providers like Amazon, which I'll go into my console here, if you wanted to create a VPC, so there's a bunch of steps, right? You go to VPC, then you got to wait for that to load, create VPC, make sure you're in the right region, select a bunch of stuff, boom, come back in here, you got all your stuff set up. Now that's it, right? So what do you have to do if you want to put that in another region? Well, you got to go to that region, click in that region, hit create VPC again, do all the same steps you just did, hope that you didn't miss anything, and if you do have any problems or what you want to try to make it similar to what you previously did, you now have to switch back to that VPC to see what you created in that one. So with Terraform and tools like CloudFormation, what's happening is that you're able to versionize and put processes in to make it a lot easy and seamlessly better to spin up environments a lot quicker, destroy things and leave nothing behind. So like if I wanted to delete one of my VPCs here, I would essentially have to go and delete all the little things and components that I put together. So in these next couple of videos, I'm going to be going over the open source project called Terraform. It's real big in the DevOps community, really easy to learn. I'm going to be going over some basic things like how to set up a VPC, how to install Terraform, how to set up Terraform in the cloud, how to automate processes like destroying and creating dev environments, all those neat little things. So a couple of videos going to come here after this. I hope you enjoy learning. I'm going to try to do my best to show you as much as possible that I've learned over the last year or so, teaching myself these things. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll be sure to get back with you. And thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time.